And I'm pretty certain I would have gotten most of them. I never tried Ryukyu, which is, if you don't know Europa Universalis, it's essentially the same world map. Big surprise. And you start in 1444, and there's this little country that's called Ryukyu on Okinawa. And one of the hardest achievements, if not the hardest, is called the Three Mountains, and you have to take over the world as this little tiny Chinese country. You have to control all of it. So I didn't do that, but yeah, I tried a couple of others and I always lost my vigor halfway through. Because once you've set yourself up for the... Once you've set yourself up properly, it's almost always just grinding it out. Right, we want to flank here. There's probably still tons of Russians in there. Also, getting across the river seems like a good enough thing to invest resources into. Right, how's Hassan looking? He is looking pretty solid. I didn't even take care of him anymore. But he seems to have managed just fine. Also, one other thing. We're still oversupply. No, we aren't that much. So you, to the two tanks here, can just keep on doing their thing. This defensive line. Yeah, see, I would push into this, but right now, I think one of the biggest concerns has to be manpower. And getting the maximum value out of it. So just blindly pushing into the mountains here. I mean, like I said, there's really nothing here. There's a big desert. I mean, it's a remarkable desert, granted, but there's not much going on, victory points wise. I think we'll just leave it at this. Although we do seem to have a supply problem. What kind of a supply problem is this? Quite a severe one. Right then, let's take you. And I don't know, bring you back to Tehran, I guess. I mean, you are green soldiers mostly. Now this is just the Italians. No wonder. Before you asked or before you get insulted, I don't have anything against Italians at all. Right, how are we looking on air zones? Still pretty okay. Oh, this is a problem. Problem that needs to be dealt with ASAP. Thankfully, they're not attacking just yet. Oh, two technologies at once. So we've found out pretty much everything. Yeah, let's do more construction, and also had one more encryption tech to go. Pulse code modulation. Did I read that correctly? Yeah. Now that's interesting, because that's still something you learn about in information technology classes today. Alright, we're slowly inching our way up here. How's Russia looking? Not really lost much in terms of raw numbers. But certainly, in numbers of divisions I mean, but certainly in casualties. Holy moly. How are we looking on war participation? We can't sort by it. That's a shame. Well, we're not doing much, apparently. Apparently we're not doing much. We need to get some victory points under our belts. This is going too slow. We need to buckle up. This is a terrible idea to attack into this. But apparently they can't be brought to vote against it. Right, hang on. Why don't we push through there? Just a tiny fraction. And you will stay back here, defend against those guys. Alright, we did make a breakthrough here. Kind of tempted to make a little bit of a bigger noose here. I think I won't. Right, Ismail, how's it looking? It's looking pretty okay. Probably contract this. No, right click. Contract this front line a little bit. And make this one just a little bit longer. It would be pretty swell if we could just encircle them all together and bring the full 24 divisions from Hassan's army to bear on this front. Yeah, I think that's what we'll go for. I think that's what we will go for. So, yeah, let's reorder this. Let's delete this order. Is it gone now? Yes. And what's this? Are these our guys or yes? Well, Japan's really doing work here. Speaking of which, how's it looking up here? Sort of alright. I mean, there's a whole region that's become an enclave. Well, there's not many people in it. Okay, so here is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this front line, but not all of it, only our part. There we are. Then we're also gonna bring back you guys. And you guys. And you're gonna spread out all across that front. And this is gonna become a very, very focused attack. Which one am I? There we go. And hopefully we don't entirely, we don't completely destroy the AI with this. But it doesn't look like it. Like we do. Alright, more good things are happening here, it seems. This isn't so good. Let's maybe help those guys out. Alright, what about you? How many troops are here? None. Very interesting. So it would seem like we have the worst behind us. I wonder how the equipment / manpower situation of the Russians is looking. Is there any way I can find out about that? Not really. That's a shame. We're probably gonna need stricter conscription laws before too long. What's the next service by requirement? 10% factory output and construction speed. That's not a terrible lot, considering that we have like a ton of surplus infantry equipment and such. Wonder if we should start producing some tanks, some heavy tanks. I think we will. So you, heavy tank. Hang on. So in 50 days the next research is done. How are we looking on tank research? Yeah, there would still be another... Yeah, we're gonna wait for that, and then we're gonna produce heavy tank number 3, or a variant of it, to rule the world. Just hammer into them as fast and as hard as we can. Right, what about you? We don't need 4 guys going into the province. That is where we won. And there we are. Right, what about Hassan? Your guys are still repositioning. None of our border collapsed. That's a plus for me, I would say. Oh, but we are sorely undersupplied here. Wasn't at all a good idea. Yeah, all of this is one gigantic supply zone. Ugh, Discriant, what have you done? Couldn't you think before doing it? Right, let's take you. All of you. Oh, we can do just this, can we not? Then deselect Hassan's part. Is there any way we can station 42 troops? Doesn't seem like it. Although. Right, let's bring... There's a couple of you here. Then the other half can go there. Oh, but that won't do anything, will it? Ah, it will work out. As soon as those guys come back to the front, I think we'll have it pushed out far enough. Right, we pushed out of the Caucasus region now, so let's just take all of our fighters and bombers and bring them up. Jesus, look at that movement. Bit of manual control wouldn't go amiss here. Right, there's 3 divisions here. Don't want to run head on into that. Yeah, I'm not fighting terribly efficient up here, but I want to make a quick push. And that's about the best way to do it. Although, there is this aggressively thing in here. Let's just select it for a while and then look at what actually happens. Still at 57 out of 18 here. Let's try and bring at least some infrastructure into these regions. Alright. Apparently aggressive means just mindlessly charge as fast as you can. It's not exactly what I was thinking about. So I'll probably want to go with balanced again. But you can stay at aggressive, I think. Right, you better not attack. Bit of micromanagement never hurt, no front. Taking across the river had a front, but I think... Ah, there we go. Tank arrives. Speaking of which, didn't we... Yeah, there's one other tank here. Let's get you in the case as well. Pushing into the flanks, always a good idea. And I do realize I'm comparatively silent now, but there's really not much more to say about this. We're just kicking some backsides. And Persia goes into... Well, not quite into Siberia yet, but we're going places. Yeah, let's try to use this tank here to make a good headway on some of those provinces. But why are you falling back?